WPPS TV3 Sports welcomes you to Portland High School football. We now send you up to the booth and welcome in Steve Schwartz on play-by-play and John Coyne on color commentary.
Good evening. It's October 12th, 2018, and we're here at the home of Oxford Hills for tonight's football action between the Vikings of Oxford Hills and your Portland Bulldogs. This is Steve Schwartz along with John Kilbride tonight for John Coyne, Luke Hill on camera, and Mike Hoffer from the forecaster in the fifth quarter. Well, first, let's talk with you, Mike. There was a prediction this week in the Press Herald, and the prediction was that Portland would win this game. What were you thinking when you said that?
Well, I just have a lot of faith in the Bulldogs being the best team in this region, and I think we've felt that way all along. And while I've been really impressed the limited times I've seen Oxford Hills, if Portland is indeed the best team in the region, which I think they are, they'll come out and win tonight. And I think they're coming in here with some confidence. I think it's going to be a great battle. I really do. I don't think you're going to see a lot of unorthodox things from the Bulldogs. They'll line up and take it to them. And I think the big factor will be, can they limit Colton Carson, the great quarterback for Oxford Hills? He's going to run for some yards. He's going to throw for some yards. But can you limit the big plays? And I think that'll be the difference tonight. If Portland can play a smart game, a clean game, and limit the big plays, I think they'll come out of here with a victory.
Folks, Carson is actually ranked second in rushing, I think second in passing in Class A North. He's a 6'5", I think 230-pound athlete. He's going to Maine next year to play baseball, so we look forward to seeing him tonight. He's had a great season so far. Both teams are 5-1, John. Oxford Hills is ranked number 1 right now. Portland is ranked number 2. So tonight's game is really for home field advantage in the playoffs.
No, absolutely. It's a huge game and the game of the week, and you can see it. You can see the energy here up here with the fans. Got a big bonfire going, so it's going to be a big game. And I think for Portland, the thing they have to really control is the penalties, hanging on to the ball. That's really been a setback for them. It's been detrimental in some of these games. Last week during playing Bangor got the most yards with Portland penalties. And so if they can control the penalties, stay healthy, they can't lose one or two key players, I think they can take this game.
Folks, it promises to be a very exciting game, and we're going to bring you all of the action in a moment. Here we go, folks, as Vumba will kick off, and taking it will be Michael Bonang. And Stasium takes him down at the 25, about a 15-yard return, where the Dogs will take over 1st and 10. John, the Dogs deferred and should get the ball to start the second half.
Yeah, that's a good call. Especially this home crowd. Big crowd up here in Oxford Hills. The stadium is full. They're wrapped around, at least halfway wrapped around the field. A lot of energy here tonight for Oxford Hills.
Take a look at number 11, Colton Carson. He is the super quarterback. He's 6'5", 200 in the gun right now, and he hands off to Parker LaFrance, who's stopped. About a half-yard loss. It'll be 2nd and 10. 2nd and 11, I guess. Nice stop for the Dogs there. Carson in the gun. He's got Emerson Brown in the backfield with him.
He's on the wrong side. What's he on the wrong side for?
Well, another nice stop for the Dogs as Mariba makes that stop.
Yeah, good break for the Dogs on that play right there. Tripped up in the backfield. He had that left side wide open, so why the Dogs are trying to make early adjustments.
That's a 2-yard gain. It's going to be 3rd down, and a 1-yard gain. It's going to be 3rd and 10. Carson certainly able to pass and does it well and often. This time he runs and he's going to be stopped short. Stopped by Ben Trefethen and not sure who else was in on that, but
yeah, Trefethen doing a nice job in plugging that hole. Bulldogs need a big game from him tonight and for him to stay healthy.
4th and 6, and from this far deep, it'll be a punt. Looks like it's going to be Janek Luxa. It's a line drive, and Elowich will field it right around he'll get a couple of yards to bring it up to the 40. So he caught it at the 38.
Good squeeze by Elowich grabbing that formation Portland didn't have coverage for, and they were right on him. So good job by him for taking that and not losing it on a head.
So now we get a chance to see the Dogs for the first time tonight. Stasium is wide close to us with Alex Turner covering him. And that is a problem with the snap. Portland recovered it, so looks like a 1-yard loss. It'll be 2nd and 11. The atmosphere up here is really raucous. They had a bonfire here earlier, and it's really a Friday Night Lights setting up here, John.
Yeah, a lot of nice energy up here. It's fun to come up.
Taking the pitch is Erolowicz on the right side, finds a hole, grinds it up, and keeps going and fights for the first down as he's brought down by Janek Lushka. An 11-yard gain, first down, Portland.
We're going to see this all night from Elowich, first and second efforts, and that obviously that effort just enough for a first down.
So the ball is at midfield, 1st and 10. Nope is under center. Well, straight up the middle is Trefethen. He gains 5 or 4 yards. It'll be 2nd and 6. Ben Trefethen with a big game last week against Bangor.
Huge game. I think he had a defensive touchdown and an offensive touchdown. Again, Trefethen needs to stay healthy, stay in this game, and play the way he's playing for these Bulldogs to get a victory.
So that's a keeper for Nope. Gains 4. It'll be 3rd and 1.
I think you got to go for it here, Steve.
Yeah, and actually it's 3rd and 1 here anyway, so he's got a little bit of.
It's 4th down.
I'm mumbling. It's a little.
Well, it's tough to see where we're standing there. So.
It really is. It really is. Well, very, very close to the first down. It looks like it's going to be about a yard shy. It'll be 4th down, and this is territory where Coach Hartman will go for it.
Yeah, absolutely. Now they're going to go for 4th down. See, I saw
so
it
you were
coming.
right.
I saw it coming.
We want to thank Athletic Director Kevin Ryan for these accommodations. We're in the New Balance press box here tonight. New Balance with a factory store and a factory up here.
Don't think there's sneakers in here, folks, because we don't have any.
No, sir. So, and you knew that's it. He's got the first downs. Oh, but it's a fumble. And it is recovered by Portland. Number 85 is Tyler Bajewski. And actually advanced a little bit.
Yeah, but they don't want to see that. These are the things that giving coaches heart attacks. We've got the Portland coaches next to us up here, and you can hear them all gasping there when that ball came out. And the Dogs are doing a great job. They're moving the ball. This is a very good team. And, we talked about that earlier. Penalties, hanging onto the ball. They have played disciplined football tonight.
1st and 10. The ball is on the 29-yard line. 6.5 minutes left in the first quarter. Nothing is the score. The Dogs are threatening. Straight up the middle, Trefethen. Gains 4 yards. It'll be 2nd and 6. So the Dogs very methodical in this drive.
Getting a good push from the offensive line, Steve. You know, Oxford Hills has got some big boys over there, and you know, right now they've got them on their heels.
Second and 6 from the 25. Trefethan again to the left. This time he's brought down by Jareem Tripp. It's a gain of 2. It'll be 3rd and 4 for the Dogs. Ball now on the 23. Dogs running it so far, although now we have Elowich wide right. Stays him wide left. And nope, keeps it. Finds a hole and is going to be short of the first down. He carried about 2 yards. It'll be 4th and 2. Ball is on the 21.5-yard line. Jonah Green, big Jonah Green, looks like he's in shorts tonight. That's probably the only pair of pants I could get to fit. He's very big lineman, very talented lineman. The pitch to the right side is Elowich. He is brought down by Cade Truman.
And that's the boy you want to go to right there. 4th and 3 is give it to Elowich. Strong runner, gets downhill fast. Some good penetration by the Vikings. Just couldn't turn it around, and Elowich able to lower his shoulder and get that big first down.
So that 5-yard carry will move the chains. It'll be 1st and 10 Bulldogs. With the ball on about the 17-yard line. And here comes Elowich. He comes behind his blocker. Gets a nice 8 to 9 yard carry. We'll see what the official scorer rules it. Well, the official scorer will rule it as about a 7-yard carry for Elowich, so he grinds it out at 2nd and 3. Ball is on the 10. Nope, we'll pitch it once again to Elowich, so they keep doing what's going to work, or what's been working, but Cade Truman was there and expecting it. And there's no gain there. So it's 3rd and 3. The ball is on the 10. 3 minutes left in the first quarter. The Dogs have had the ball almost this entire quarter, except for the first set of downs when Oxford Hills received at the beginning of the game. Pitch right, Elowich.
That'd be enough for a first down.
Yeah, and the chains will move, so.
So, Steve, Portland, they get the wind to their back, but they haven't tossed the ball yet. I see man coverage. They obviously scouting out the Vikings. They must see something, and it's working well with the running game. 5 here, 6 there, 3 there. Some big-time 4th down conversions.
That's right. That was a 4-yard gain. It's now 1st and goal. Dogs from the 5. Elowich to the right side again. About a 3-yard gain. It's going to be 2nd and goal from the 2.
Just a great drive. You want to see them obviously punch it in. They're controlling the clock. They're keeping that powerful offense and that quarterback for the Vikings off the field. The fans are just twiddling their thumbs at this point.
Well, you could hear a pin drop, and I can tell you that it was very, very loud before. This time up the middle, so close. It's a 1-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 1. Elowich second in Class A North and touchdowns scored with 10.
And he's probably going to go for that quarterback sneak. He got good 3 yards on that last time he did that, so that would be my call, but I'm up here.
We shall see. Looks like he's lined up that way, and sure enough, he gets in. Touchdown, Sam Nope, 1-yard touchdown run, 6-0. And you, sir, are a prescient.
I am calling it tonight. I feel it.
Person.
I mean, what a drive. They took the whole quarter, right? I mean, there's 48 seconds left in the quarter.
That's a sure way to kill a giant is to score first in a game like this. Now, you know, the Vikings were behind last week at halftime against Bonnie Eagle.
Sure.
And they ended up beating them. So here we are now.
It's a game of adjustments.
Christo Vumpa is number 87. And we are going to take a timeout with 48 seconds left. The score, Portland Bulldogs 6, Oxford Hills Vikings nothing. Vumpa now with the attempt. He has been perfect this season. 30 for 30. And why should anything change now? It's 7-0 Bulldogs with 48 seconds left in the first quarter. So Christo Vumpa set to kick off. And then it's going to be picked up at the 3 by Alex Turner. Ooh, he bounces off of his own players. My gosh, he's found some daylight. And he is still going. Oh my goodness, what a run. It took Vumpa to bump him out.
Great second and third efforts, strong run, really just got the crowd back into it. See if the Vikings can make something of it now, Steve. Good field position starting in the Bulldogs' 45-yard line.
So the Vikings will take over 1st and 10 on the Dogs' 45. Carson has 1. Goes up the middle. So LaFrance carried for 3 yards and then was brought down by Grant Crosby, number 17.
Yeah, Crosby's having a good game so far. He's doing a good job getting a good push, hitting the holes. He's had some good tackles on the last possession.
It's going to be the end of the first quarter before the snap. So at the end of the first quarter, 7-0, the Portland Bulldogs are in front. So here we go now. 2nd and 7 from the 42. Carson pitches right. Watch out, he gets a block, goes the other way, and he's going to go in for a touchdown. Parker LaFrance to start the second quarter, and just that quickly and just that explosively, a 42-yard touchdown run for Parker LaFrance. Folks, it's 7-6 right now. The best kicker in terms of points is Yannick Lushka, and he is going to make an attempt right here to tie the game up. And he does So it's 7-7 in this game between the two top scorers in Class A North. The Bulldogs average 35 points a game. Oxford Hills averages 33 points a game. At this point, it's 7-7, and we'll be back. Here we go, folks. Ball is taken at the 12 by Kapongo, wearing, I think, number 91 tonight. Kapongo leads Class A North in sacks when he's on defense. He's got 10 of them.
Yeah.
So the Dogs will take over on their own 30, 1st and 10.
They've got to make adjustments, Steve, on that option and contain him or push him out of bounds, use the sidelines. They can't give up those big plays like that to those skilled players.
Trefethen with the ball. He's, still on his feet, but he's not going to get anywhere with it. As a gaggle of Vikings take him down, and front and center was Janek Lushka. The battle of 24s tonight is Zach Elowich for the Bulldogs and Janek Lushka, whose name I have a feeling we're going to be calling a lot tonight. So that's a 1 yard gain. It's 2nd and 9 after all that. Here's Elowich. He tries to find the hole, but he's wrapped up quickly by Emerson Brown and Cade Truman. Truman with his 3rd tackle of the evening. Much different drive from the last one.
Yeah, Vikings making some good adjustments, and you know what? They've got some energy. The crowd is back into it. The band's playing. And, you know, if you're the Bulldogs, obviously, this is what you didn't want to do. Give up the big play. They had the big run on the kickoff. Let's see if Portland, they haven't tossed. I don't think they've thrown the ball yet. Let's see what they can come up with.
Well, it's a passing down. They don't really have any formation for it. So instead, it's Zach Elowich who's going to get the first down. But a 9 yard carry for him. Well, Elowich is not to be denied.
No, that was a great effort by Elowich, and this is what the Dogs need. A little shot in the arm, get another set of downs.
1st and 10 with the ball on the 41.
Oh.
High snap, way back to the 20. And Nope is just going to fall on it. It's going to be 2nd down and 1,000, I think.
You know, good play. Just you know, bad snap. It happens. Just fall on it. Don't try to pick it up and make something more of it. Just control the ball.
So rolling out left is Nope. That's just going to fall short. But, you know, there was a blocking, looked like an interference pretty clearly, as there was no chance for Ben Stasium to come back and get that ball. I guess ruled to be a ball that was not going to be catchable.
Yeah, you know, I think it's a good call. I know there's some upset folks right here, but I think it was an uncatchable ball. Even they're both running down the field, and Stasium's trying to get back on it and get tangled up. I don't think he could have got that. I think it's a good no call.
Well, it's 3rd and 31 from the 20. We have a flag as Grant Jacobson. We believe 17 is Grant Jacobson tonight, as there's been a jersey switch. And it's a holding on Portland. Could they make it any worse? 3rd and 41. Penalty is declined, of course. It's 4th and 31 as Zach Elowich gets ready to punt. And, Michael Bonang deep for the Vikings.
This is what the Vikings were looking for. See if they get themselves in a short field setup, take advantage of this. We'll see what Elowich can get off.
Fumbled and recovered. Stasium was right there, but Bonig, and again, they're practically at midfield. They're at about the 47-yard line where they'll take over 1st and 10, exactly what they had wanted. Maybe they would have preferred about a little more of a return, but nevertheless, they're at midfield.
Yeah, I mean, if he caught that on the run, Steve, he got by Stasium, which I think he would on the run. He'd had another 15, 20 yards before they would have grabbed him.
So the Vikings take over. It's 1st and 10 on the 48th-yard line, and there's 8:44 left here in the first half. The score is 7-7 here on WPPS TV3 Sports. Kept by Carson and fooled nobody as Cam Conley was in on that tackle with Ben Trefethen.
Yeah, nice read by Conley and Trefethen. They keyed right in on him, and good stop.
It'll be 2nd and 10. 2nd and 11, actually. It'll be a 1-yard loss. Carson back to pass, and he's got wide open Johnny Pruitt on the left sideline. Touchdown. Oh, my goodness. That is a 60-yard touchdown. Nobody said days like this were going to be easy, John.
No, it's blown coverage right there, wide open. All he had to do is just get it out there, and just enough to suck in everybody when he started running to the outside.
Yannick Lushka puts it through, and Oxford Hills now has a 14-7 lead with 7:58 left in the first half. Here we go, folks. The ball is fumbled, but nope, takes it. There's a nice round here, but he's just swarmed by Vikings. Does not get it back to the 20.
Brought down about the 18-yard line of Dublin. It was over 1st and 10.
So Portland will start in a hole here with 7:49 left in the first half. They had a beautiful first drive where they ate up an entire quarter. It's what they'll be looking to do again here.
You know, and they just got to make some adjustments because some blown coverage. They've given up 2 big plays to the Vikings for scores. Stick with what's working for you. They know the running game's working for you. You got plenty of time. You only a score down.
This time it's not working for you, though, and there's an indication of a fumble and a recovery, and it's going to be the Vikings ball very deep into the Dogs' territory. So the Vikings threatening. Carson looks to the left corner. Oh, my goodness. Looked for Johnny Pruitt, the senior wide receiver. It's incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Great pass right to the outside shoulder. Had him for a score, just couldn't hold on. And, you know, the turnover, Steve, we've been seeing this. The Vikings are going hard into the plays. They're trying to strip the football. I've been watching them these last several tackles, and there's one of them's holding them up, another one's coming in and trying to strip them, and that's exactly what they did last play, or 2 plays ago, to get that fumble.
that's a nice tackle as LaFrance doesn't get very far. Kapongo is in on that. Third and 10. Carson back to throw, and he throws it over everybody. So now we'll see. It's 4th down and 10 from the 19, and Janek Lushka has kicked 2 field goals this year.
Yeah, I think this is in his range.
And I think he's going to, well, I think he's going to line up for it. It'll be about a 36-yard attempt. Flag. Well, there's a motion penalty, and that's going to bring it back 5 yards. It'll make it about a 41-yard attempt. They're going to call a timeout and talk about it. So
yeah, this is getting just out of his range, but they may decide to go for it here.
7 minutes left in the first half. 14-7 is the score. The Vikings in front. So now they're going to try to go for it at 4th and 15. Carson back to throw. He goes down. And credit for the sack will go to Grant Jacobson. So perhaps a little bit of a momentum shift.
Yeah, absolutely. Good rush, good coverage downfield. Not a lot of options for him. And sets the Bulldogs up in some really good field position. And you know what? They recover from that fumble.
They'll take over 1st and 10 from their own 36. Down by 7. Excuse me. Elowich wants that ball, and he's got it.
Elowich makes the snap and play. It's a short game and about 3 on the play. We're going to second down.
Gains 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Forward progress had him 3 yards before he was brought back to the original line of scrimmage. So it'll be 2nd and 7 from the 39. This time Nope is back to throw. That is Stasium with a completed pass. Oh, they're going to conference it. And they're going to call it a pass, a completed pass.
Yeah, great job. Nope, just forcing that in. Stays in 2-man coverage. There was nothing there. I was keying in on him, and he came back and made a spectacular catch on that.
15-yard pass. Another bad snap.
With the ball on the bad snap to Portland, all the way back inside Portland territory.
Yeah, I think that one is on Nope, Steve. That was right there. You should have grabbed that. I don't know if his eyes were downfield or.
You got to be able to field it, and you got to be able to snap it, or you got to not go in the gun.
Yeah.
Second and 25 from the 39-yard line. Elowich is caught in the backfield. And playing like a man possessed is Cade Truman, the junior linebacker.
It's back to the 35-yard line. Bring up third down.
Third down.
There's a flag on the play.
There is a flag. It's going to go against the Bulldogs.
When the ineligible receiver downfield,
It's a run play.
penalty is declined.
You can't have it in a
It seems as though the penalty was waived off.
Yeah, they called it for an ineligible receiver downfield, but it was a run play, so.
So it's going to be 3rd and 25. The ball is, 3rd and 29 with the ball on the 35. And Portland's going to take a timeout. So with 4:55 left in the first half, the score, Oxford Hills Vikings 14, Portland Bulldogs 7. Here we go, folks. After that timeout, we'll see what Coach Hartman has in mind. Nope, back to throw, up the middle, intercepted by Michael Bonang. He is the pass killer.
Yeah, I don't know what Sammy Nope was looking at, Steve. There were 3 defenders all around his receiver, and he threw it right to him. So you must have not have picked him up.
Bonang has had two interceptions in one game before this year.
Yeah, not a lot of skill in that. He just had to turn around and it was in his hands.
That's unfortunate. The ball is 1st and 10 on the 30-yard line of the Bulldogs here. The Vikings, of course, threatening. A very good team that you really can't make mistakes against. I mean, in some ways, the Dogs are, beating themselves in many respects tonight. Nice tackle by Jamal Mariba.
Looks to hand off for Oxford Hills. It's a short game for the Vikings inside the 30-yard line.
Last week it was penalties. This week it's mistakes, John.
Yeah, and I was surprised, like you said, on such a really good team, if they can hold them again on this latest mistake. They're only 7 points behind, and we know the Dogs can put some points up in a hurry. They just need to do a reset and make sure they hang on to that ball.
Yeah, that's a nice defensive play. Ben Levine was in on that tackle. As Bonang had a short gain. It'll be 3rd and 6 for the Vikings.
Regular.
Big play here.
Great defense.
Carson, and an interception by Ben Stasium. He cuts the other way, my goodness. Oh, he just gets stopped by Austin Sanborn. There's a flag at the end of the play. And that's a little bit out of control as Portland players are talking to the refs in a disrespectful tone.
Great interception by Stasium, concentrating on that ball, and he breaks that tackle. He is gone. Great cutback. And it's unfortunate that.
Offsetting penalties on personal fouls, however.
They're lucky because you could see him getting a little chippy down there in the ball.
Well, and maybe the point is that the referees felt there was a reason. We didn't see what the action was there, but evidently there was a little extracurricular activity. And the referees are going to conference, though, because
they may go with a dead ball foul and start all over again, but
we get the benefit also of listening to assistant coach Rudy Rutherford here, who is such a great football man.
I don't think we have a choice. I think we can hear him. He's pretty vocal. In a positive way.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's all positive. He loves the kids.
The pitch is to Elowich on the right side. He was successful before. This time he's upended after about a 3-yard gain. It'll be a 4-yard gain, 2nd and 6. So the ball's on the 36. 2nd and 6. Elowich back into the I. Here he goes to the right side again.
Yeah, Vikings doing a good job making adjustments. Keen on Elowich. Bulldogs got to break it up a little bit. They know they're a little rattled with the passing game, so the confidence is not quite there yet. So they're going to key on in the running game until Poland tells them otherwise.
Well, Zach Elowich got credit for a 1-yard carry. It'll be 3rd and 5. Ball is on about the 37-yard line. Elowich up the middle this time, and he's going to get the first down. It's about a 6-yard gain. It'll be 1st and 10. Ball will be on the 48-yard line. 1.5 minutes left here in this half. And what a momentum boost it would be for the Dogs to make up that deficit of 1 touchdown. This time Elowich comes the other way on the left side. Cuts back across the middle. Folks, there's one to beat him. And Zach Elowich is brought down by Michael Bonang, but after a monster gain.
I can't see where he landed. 50 yards.
That is a 50-yard run for Zach Elowich. It'll be 1st and goal for the Dogs from the 9.
Great 2nd and 3rd efforts, keeping those legs going, keeping his eyes downfield. You knew he was thinking he had that touchdown and just get tackled from behind like that. But great job by Elowich, and they got to spread this around. They've been keying on him, and he's been carrying the team here this last 10 minutes.
That's right. And with a minute left, the Dogs will take a timeout, and so will we. The score is 14-7. The Dogs are threatening. So the ball is on the 9. It's 1st and goal. Yeah, and there comes Elowich on the right side. He spins, shucks, jives, and is brought down by Cade Truman. It's about a 4-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 5. There's 45 seconds left. Not sure the Dogs have another timeout. Nope. Rolls left. Keeps it. And he's brought out, I think, at about the 1. maybe the 2. Could have been about well, you know what? I think they're only going to give him, 2-yard gain. 3rd and goal from the 3.
Well, the good thing on that, it stopped the clock for the Bulldogs with 29 seconds. Give them time to regroup.
Nope to Elowich. And Elowich is stopped. It's 4th down. There's 18 seconds left. They've got to hurry. They've got substitutes coming in. There's 13 seconds. They've got to get this snap off. I'm going to try to go for a field goal. Up and through. So what a perfectly executed, rushed field goal, and that's the first field goal of the year for super kicker Christo Vumpa, and the Dogs will go into the locker room just 4 points down, 14-10. So we're joined here at halftime by Dave Levine, our statistician, and sometimes analyst as well, along with John. So right now the Dogs are down 14-10. It's all about Zach Elowich here in the first half, really. 17 carries, 106 yards, including that big 50-yard gain.
Yeah, no, Zach really kicking it up the last 10 minutes of the game. They got to spread the ball around, get some of their other skilled players going. They got to hang on to the ball. They can't make the mistakes that they're making out there with these good teams and expect to stay in it. They're only 4 points behind. They can make some quick adjustments, some discipline issues. They're back in it. We know they can move the ball.
Well, Dave, we talk about what the Dogs may need to do in the second half. I mean, they've made some mistakes, but they've held Carson to no rushing yards.
Yeah, Carson is their man. He runs a lot, and he has 3 yards of rushing right now, which is fantastic. He's only completed the one pass, which was that long pass with broken coverage. So if they can cover with the way they're supposed to, they don't lose track of their receivers. They tackle at the line of scrimmage. That read option play they had a mistake on as well. They're in this game.
Folks, it promises to be a very exciting second half, and we're going to bring it to you in a moment. Here we go, folks. The kick is up, and it's taken by Kapongo. And he'll bring it up past about the 26-yard line.
Kickoff is returned along the sideline.
The Dogs actually will take over here to start the second half. 1st and 10 on their own 35-yard line. That field goal at the end of the first half could be huge, John.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. We know that Portland can move the football. They just got to play mistake-free football, and they're right in it.
And that was Trefethen with the ball. He gains 5.
Now, close to Trefethen for the Bulldogs. Making way into the middle of the defense or group of 5. The next second down. Ball's at the 40-yard line of the Bulldogs.
Second and 5 from the 40. Elowich with the ball. This time he's going to get stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Or maybe at the line.
Gain of 1.
Gets a 1-yard gain. Third and 4. Rolling out left and completed to Trefethen. He gets the first down.
Yeah, nice to see Trefethen back in it again. He's an impact player. They got to spread it around. Can't all rely on Elowich all the time. They got to get Trefethen back going too.
7-yard gain. First and 10 Dogs. Ball on the 46. Trefethen up the middle. Puts his head down and gains some nice yardage as he's brought down by Travis May. 5-yard carry. Gonna get credit for 6. It'll be 2nd and 4.
Looks just like the drive they started the game with, Steve. Nice and slow, 4 or 5 yards here, big third down conversions, taking their time, controlling the clock. They know they can move the ball against the Vikings. That's not an issue.
Trefethen spins his way for a couple. Be 3rd and 3. Elowich, 2nd and 3rd effort to get the first down.
Oh, what a stick he took at the line right at the line of scrimmage. Second effort gives them the first down. That's all on Elowich. Great second effort.
Very hard to bring him down.
Dave Dingley just came in and put his shoulder right into him, but Elowich just out-muscling him, picking up that extra yard.
1st and 10 from the 43 of the Vikings. The pitch goes to Elowich, left side. Gain about 3 or 4 on that. Well, actually, 2. Be 2nd and 8. Trefethen goes down. He is tackled by Cole Dunham. It's going to be about 3rd and 3, but a 4-yard carry. Oh, going to have a motion penalty on the Dogs. Make it 3rd and 9.
Third and long 9.
Yeah, a little movement on Trefethen right there. You wonder, they don't get this, so are they going to punt or are they going to go for it?
Whoa. So Elowich gets the ball. He gets the first down and another yard more. Did you see what happened? Sam Nope a player ran into him.
Yeah, he's able to make a quick adjustment, get that ball out to Elowich. It really didn't slow Elowich's momentum down, and they were able to recover from that. Good job by Sammy Nope.
It really was. It was very good presence of mind there to just stick with it and not go down. And 10-yard gain for Elowich. 1st and 10. Ball on the 31-yard line. Elowich straight up the middle. But no gain there.
You can see the coaches from the Oxford Hills frustrated with these big third down conversions by the Bulldogs. They just can't seem to hold them on these third downs. And that one, 3rd and 9, you knew they felt confident they could hold them for probably 3 or 4 yards and giving up that big play, keeping the Dogs in it.
Elowich gets credit for 2 yards. It's 2nd and 8. Ball on the 29. Trefethen with the ball as he dives. It's a 3-yard gain. Be about 3rd and 4. The ball on the 26-yard line. Have a little shoelace issue here for Elowich. Elowich has gold shoes on. Takes the pitch on the right side. And he's held short. It's going to be 4th down and maybe 2. Let's see. It's a 2-yard gain for Elowich. He's having problems with his shoelaces.
Lason's are slippery on that gold.
Well, every time he tries to touch it, it turns to gold.
Gold is very slippery.
The pitch on the right side to Elowich, and he gets the 1st down. Nice effort by Zach Elowich. 5-yard gain for the 1st down.
Big conversions by the Bulldogs, and why wouldn't you go to Zach Elowich? He has just been turning it for him all evening long. Right now, he's leading the Bulldogs with 24 carries, well over 100 yards.
1st and 10 from the 16. This time Trefethen gets it. And looks like he was brought down by Bonang.
Steve, great drive by the Bulldogs, keeping this defense out there. They get their hands on their hips.
They are ready. I mean, it's an 8-yard carry. It's going to be 2nd and 2 from the 8. Elowich with the carry, straight up the middle. It takes, they're thinking there's a fumble.
Yeah, they're talking Viking signaling it's their ball. You look down from up here.
It's going to be Portland ball. So a fumble recovery, I guess, by Portland. So it's a 5-yard carry, and it's going to be 1st and goal from the 3. And
looks like an official timeout to talk with the coach from Oxford Hills.
Right. Mark Soren is the coach for Oxford Hills. And it wasn't a long conference. The Dogs are threatening now. And this is going to be for the lead. Elowich. Excuse me. There's a flag on the play. So it's going to be first down. Penalty on the Dogs. First and goal. Legal motion. First and goal from the 8.
Yeah, they just got to take their time. They got plenty of time. Take their time. Don't rush.
All right, Elowich up the middle. Goes up the middle. Garrett Pendexter, among others, in on that tackle. About a 3-yard gain. Second and goal from the 5. As Nope will come in with the play from the sidelines. Oh, look at that. Nope. Fakes it. Goes the other way. Brings it in for a 5-yard touchdown. Sam Nope with his second touchdown of the game to give the Dogs a 16-14 lead.
Yeah, absolutely. Same play. They just faked it. Quarterback keeper on the outside, and Sammy Nope with his speed able to take it in uncontested.
Vumpa with his first field goal tonight. Remains perfect with extra points, and the Dogs lead 17-14 with 2:24 left in the third quarter. Here we go. Vumpa with the kick. And it's muffed here a little bit, but boom. Very strong Alex Turner.
Boy, Turner runs hard, doesn't he, Steve?
He sure does. He's hit 3 times and still standing.
He's a small frame kid, but he lowers his shoulder and runs hard. He doesn't flinch. He looks like Julian Edelman out there running back something, doesn't he?
He does.
Not that I spent a lot of time studying Julian Edelman, but...
Maybe we should.
Okay.
First and 10 from the 26. Carson keeps it. Oh my goodness, holding on for dear life is Jamal Mariba. That's not the first time tonight that he has saved one. It's a 6-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 4. The spot is an interesting spot here, though. It looks like there's more than 3 yards to go here. 3 or 4 yards. Mariba again. Penetration and a great tackle of Parker LaFrance. It's a no gain for him.
Yeah, great read by Mariba, seeing him coming around and able just to trip him up a little bit and wait for some help.
I must say, overall, it's a very impressive effort by the Dogs tonight, coming into this house. Obviously, it ain't over yet, but it's a nice effort by the Bulldogs.
Absolutely. Crowd's quiet. It's third down, big third down right here. If they can shut them down, this is a punting situation.
Carson set to throw. He's got plenty of time. And he's got an open man on the right side, and he just overthrew Yannick Lushka. That was fortuitous that he wasn't open because he was, that he didn't hit him because he was wide open.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if he kept it, he probably would have had the first down, too. But another, blown coverage, and the Bulldogs escape it.
And that is perhaps one of the keys of this game, is that the Dogs have overcome their own mistakes and penalties to maintain a narrow 3-point lead. Now there'll be a punt, and it'll be Lushka to Elowich. Although there are 3 wide right. Well, okay. Yeah, it's just going to take a no bounce. It'll be neutral, and it will be Portland ball.
So, Steve, Portland controlling the clock, time of possession, at least twice as much anyways as the Vikings. If you're the Bulldogs, you got a 4-point lead right now, right? And so 3-point lead, just grind the holes, right? Just drive it up the middle like they're doing, run the clock right down and pick up 3 or 4 yards every play. It's been working well for them all night.
Absolutely. Well, it'll be 1st and 10 from the 33. And we have a flag on the play. It's going to be on Portland. So it'll be 1st and 15 for the Dogs now from the 28. Again, the mistakes pushing the Dogs back. It's easy for me to say. It is freezing down there too, John.
They look cold, don't they?
Let's see who had carried that. Looks like Trefethen. About a 2-yard gain for Trefethen. Be 2nd and 13. Ball is on the 30. Elowich on the left side, upended by number 56, David Dingley, as the third quarter winds down. 17-14 is the score. The Dogs are in front. So here we go. 3rd and 7, big play here for the Dogs, and we're starting up the fourth quarter. And this promises to be perhaps the most exciting fourth quarter of the season to date.
Yeah, absolutely. 2 good teams coming down to the grind right here.
Elowich follows Trefethen, but he just can't get anywhere with it. The forward progress seemed to be on the line of scrimmage, or maybe even a yard ahead of it, but...
Well, the Vikings been doing
a 4-yard loss.
The Vikings been doing a good job on closing that edge, collapsing that edge all night long. So I'm surprised that was the call.
Now Elowich set to punt. He's the leading punter in Class A North. Takes the high snap. It's a high short kick. Does take a Portland bounce, but maybe a third 27-yard punt. That's not great, as Oxford Hills will take over at midfield when we come back. Here we go, folks. 1st and 10 for Oxford Hills. Carson keeps it and doesn't get very far. The Dogs have continued to contain him tonight, John. Very unusual. He's had a huge year this year.
Yeah, he has, and the Vikings seem to be going to him more in the second half, trying to get the ball and their skilled players to make something happen. The Bulldogs have been doing a great job in stopping him. Besides those 2 big plays that they gave up, they've done a good job in contain him.
He is capable of breaking it. I mean, he's still got a 4-yard gain. He's no slouch. I mean, it's 2nd and 6 here from the 46, but still, he has such a capacity to break it, complete that pass right in the middle, and very hard to bring down Alex Turner. A big first down as Stasium combines with Ben Levine to bring him down. 10 10-yard completion to Alex Turner. 1st and 10 from the 34, Oxford Hills. Down 17-14, and they are threatening.
There he is. Oh, clip!
Incomplete.
Great job by Jonah.
It's a great job by Jonah.
No, absolutely, absolutely. Pushing him out of the pocket and making him throw on the run. He's had a couple bad throws on the run. So, yeah, no.
So 2nd and 10 now. A very, very big defensive stand here for the Dogs. Flag. It's going to be on Portland. Offsides. It's a 5-yard penalty. It'll be 2nd and 5. Ball will be spotted on about the 29-yard line. Makes it that much easier for the Vikings. Carson, there's a flag on the play. He was hit by Jacobson.
That looks like a hold.
Correct.
That's a big penalty. You know, you're the Vikings right now. You're pretty close to field goal range. You got a good kicker on your team. That just knocked you out of it.
Well, that was important. Nice 10-yard loss based on the penalty. Just under 10 minutes left in regulation of this contest. Of course, it's interesting because, of course, Oxford Hills is down by 3, as you suggest. They're out of field goal range now, but they have the best kicker in the state. That
they do.
may loom large later.
Absolutely.
And again, the Dogs have the second best kicker in the state.
And he's got the wind to his back.
All kinds of time and a bullet of an arm, but nice play by Mariba, of course, and Jacobson. So he gains back 10. It's going to be 9. It's going to be 3rd and about 7.
Out. Hey, fight it.
Carson back to throw. And it's it's going to be shy of the first down. I think Johnny Pruitt
Carson throwing a couple really good strikes, Steve. He gets back there and sets those feet. He can unload it. You know, obviously we see him on the run. He's not as accurate. And the Bulldogs have got to be pressing him, and you can't make him comfortable back there. He will pick you apart.
Well, now it's 4th and 1 after that 7-yard gain. Ball's on the 26. Still in the gun, however. Still going to keep it, and he's going to get the first down. A very important first down with 8:40 left here in regulation.
And he does get the first down.
He's so tall. What is he, 6'3"? 6'4", right around that?
6'5".
6'5". All he's got to do is just fall over first down.
And that's about what it was. Fresh set of downs. Carson keeps it. Fights his way to about a 4 or 5 yard gain.
Now to beat the snap for Oxford Hills, but it's a short game and it plays about 4. Bring up 2nd and 6.
Be 2nd and 6.
Hey, how do you realize seriously?
Carson on the pitch on the left side. Mariba with a nice stop of LaFrance.
And at the last scrimmage.
Hey, great open field tackle by Mariba. He's been really stepping up and making some big tackles and stopping them. Big third down. They are within field goal range, and the wind is at the Vikings' back.
Strong left Viking, strong left Viking, strong left, strong left, strong left, strong left.
3rd and 7. Back to throw is Carson. Oh my gosh, is he something else? He completes to Yannick Lushka for a 20-yard touchdown.
Spectacular throw. He's throwing it right at him. Elowich, good coverage. Just a great play by the Vikings.
So not so fast, as there's a flag on the play, John.
Yeah, holding.
Oh my goodness. So instead of a 20-yard touchdown, it's going to be brought back 10 yards, and it's going to be on the 35-yard line, 3rd and 22.
More importantly now, they do a hold here. They are out of field goal range.
Watch out, Carson. Oh, he is brought down. Great effort by Vincent, Green, Koa Farnsworth. And here we go. Let's see what happens. It's
great tackle by Farnsworth. He doesn't grab him. He's another 10 yards down the field. They're in field goal range. Just a huge catch by him, forcing the Vikings to go for it on 4th down. And what is that?
about 18.
18.
Dropped. That was a great stop by the Bulldogs.
Yeah, screenplay. The Vikings haven't run it all night long. They were holding it for something just like this, where they needed some big yards. Even if he caught it, Bulldogs read it. They were all over it. Big stop with, just under 6 minutes remaining in the game.
Now, if the Bulldogs can do what they've been doing most of this night. Here we go. 1st and 10 from their own 32. Elowich with the ball. Hurdles over a couple of players and gets a nice 8-yard gain.
You know, Steve, the Bulldogs win this game. We're going to go back. We haven't called his name all night, but Koa Farnsworth with that big tackle, holding that quarterback from getting into field goal range to tie this up is huge.
Absolutely. 2nd and 2 from the 40. Elowich back. And he takes it up the middle and he grinds it for the first down on a 4-yard carry. Good smash mouth football brought to you by Zach Elowich all night long. Going around, going up the middle. First and 10. Ball on the 44-yard line. Elowich, well, not much there. Gains about 2. It'll be 2nd and 8.
You know, with 31 carries with Elowich, I'm seeing no signs of fatigue with him, Steve. I don't know you. He is manning up and just driving this ball, and let's see if they can continue it and just drive this clock down.
Let's see if Trefethen carries this time. Oh. He does. First man through. But they were waiting for him. So it's going to be about 3rd and 7 for the Dogs. Ball on about the 46. 46 and a half. We're going to have a timeout, Portland, with 3:20 left. The score, 17-14. Dogs in front. Here we go, folks. Very important down right here. Hope almost fell. He's being chased. Spins. So 2 flags down on the play.
Yeah, it looks like one of the Bulldogs pleading this case, but it's too late when the flag comes out.
Personal foul on the Dogs. Calling a face mask, I think.
I got to believe they would want to decline it. They wouldn't want to give the Bulldogs another shot to move the ball.
Tell them the clock should start.
So the Dogs are going to have to punt now with 3:11 left. Well, you've got Elowich's boot here. You've got the deep man is on the 25-yard line, and that is Michael Bonang. Well, that's a nice kick. Fair catch is called at about the 28-yard line, or it'll be 27-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10. There is a flag on that play.
Looks like a personal foul against the Bulldogs.
It's going to be added on 15 yards from the 27. It's another penalty. 15 on us.
Looks like it's going to be added on to the where the ball was caught. Personal foul. 15-yard penalty against the Bulldogs. Clipping. Well, that was a very, very important penalty.
Yeah, a lot of penalties. We talked about this pregame. Poland had to control their temper, their penalties, and hopefully this doesn't cost them. But this is a powerful offense. They got plenty of time on the clock. They got a couple timeouts.
2:41 left, 17-14 the score. 1st and 10 on their own 43, Oxford Hills. Carson in the gun as he's been all night. Overshoots his man, LaFrance, on the screen.
Yeah, Trethefnen doing a good job getting in there, giving a little pressure. They got to pressure him. If they can put pressure on him, we know he's not as accurate.
2:38 left in regulation of this contest. Second and 10. Vikings not afraid to air it out.
Back up, Elowich.
And overshooting everybody, the closest person to it was Zach Elowich. It was intended for Johnny Pruitt, who had a 54-yard reception earlier for a touchdown.
Yeah, coverage much better. Elowich coming over the top to give him a hand, and there is a flag down.
Holding on the Dogs. So that should be a 5-yard penalty, I think, and an automatic first down. We'll see.
Yeah, Portland's doing a good job keeping them in the game.
Yeah, I guess it doesn't move the chains. It does move the chains. It's a first down. The sideline officials are kind of hesitating, and the officials are conferencing.
Do you think it's like one of those TV commercials, Steve, that they're actually just like talking about where they're going to go after the game, or they're really working on the problem, or you say something, I say something? I don't know if you ever seen that commercial. Great commercial.
Well, they got it right, and unfortunately for the Dogs, it's a first down for the Vikings. Usually what it is with a defensive holding. 1st and 10 from the 43. Carson back to throw. Let's say out of bounds. Turner was out of bounds, made a beautiful catch, but he did not have a foot in bounds. So.
Yeah, he's good foot and a half out of bounds. Great athlete. That's the guy I'd be going to right now. He is a tough player. He's your star out there, and throw it up to him. Absolutely.
So second down.
There we go.
Oh my goodness. Just that much. And Jamal Mariba breaks it up, almost gets the pick.
Yeah, just didn't turn around quick enough, and when he did, it was in his chest. Good effort, though.
3rd and 10.
Almost head up on that guy.
He's thrown 5 picks this year, including one tonight to Stasium.
Inside release.
Oh my goodness. And that time it is intercepted by Zach Elowich. That was poetry in motion.
Yeah, great move by Elowich, following the quarterback, sees the delivery, steps in front of it, and makes a game-saving pick.
Well, it's going to be first down for the Dogs. There's 2:19 left in regulation. Oxford Hills, I believe, have all of their timeouts. Here we go. That's a 5-yard penalty. First and 15.
Elvis ball carriers for the Bulldogs. Going right after a short game. Timeout. Oxford Hills.
So Oxford Hills is going to take a timeout with 2:14 left here in regulation. The Dogs are up 17-14. We'll be back. Here we go. Second and 13. The pitch goes to Elowich on the right side. Gets it past the original line of scrimmage.
Makes his way around right in. Timeout.
As Oxford Hills will take another timeout with 2:07 left. We don't have a 2-minute warning here in high school football in Maine, so we'll take a break. So after the Oxford Hills timeout now, the Dogs have the ball 3rd and 8. Elowich! Oh, he wanted it so badly, but he's upended.
Elvis takes the ball. Handoff here. Elvis. Drives towards the first down marker, but comes up a couple yards short.
So here you go. What do? You're 2 yards short. You can put it back in their hands, Steve, or you win it. What do you rely on your defense to win the game for you, or are you going to rely on your offense right now?
Well, it's a tough one, but you do know that you've got Elowich's boot, which would possibly pin them back. Well, probably not deep in their own territory, but at least mid-level in their own territory. They held them before. And if you go for it and don't make it here, then Oxford Hills has 1 timeout left and 2 minutes. Oh, actually, they don't have any more timeouts.
They use it right now, yeah.
They've got 2 minutes and a quarterback who knows how to use the sidelines to
So here we go.
score.
I think they're going for it.
4th and 3.
Or maybe they're trying to draw them off sides.
Offsides. Let's see. Nope, they're going to say motion on the Dogs. Well, I think now you'll see the Dogs probably punt.
Yeah, they're doing a hard count trying to draw them off and actually got movement on them, so.
Back deep will be Michael Bonang, a threat. Fair catch called at the 34-yard line, where Oxford Hills will take over with 2 minutes left. Well, here we go, folks. It comes down to this drive with 2 minutes left, 1st and 10. Oh my gosh. Carson gets out of a jam, but is brought down by Jacobson after a short gain of about 3 yards. 2nd and 7 from the 42. Back to throw. Oh my goodness! Off the hands of the tight end, J.J. Worcester.
Yeah, just missed Worcester, and he was going to pick up some big yards. He's a big tight end for him.
He was wide open up the middle.
Yeah, he was. The middle's been working out well for the Vikings all night long.
Here we go, 1:30 left, 3rd and 7. And we are going to have, I believe, well, we'll see.
Looks like a Bulldog timeout.
And that's what it is. So a minute 30 left, 17-14, timeout Bulldogs. 3rd and 7 after the timeout. Carson back. Oh my goodness, just outside the grip of Stasium. It's 4th and 7. There's a minute 26 left. They're going to go for it, of course. And the game rides on this play. The Dogs brought in their safeties and had them not playing so deep.
Yeah, I think that's what they did that last time out. Was they didn't like the look of the defense, make some adjustments, and another timeout. Why not by Portland, just to make sure this is the game play right here, to make sure everyone's on the same page.
So here we are. It comes down to 4th and 7. Carson back to throw, and he overthrows his man. And with a minute 22 left and no timeouts left, the Bulldogs should wrap this up for one of the biggest regular season wins they have had in years.
Yeah, absolutely. And they did a good job. They controlled the game, but the penalties, I got to believe, very frustrating for the coach, because you just kept the Vikings in the game, and you didn't have to.
Victory formation for the Bulldogs.
And it looks like they're putting the water on that bonfire, Steve.
Well, we came in here tonight, and there was a heck of a bonfire. The fire department was here, supervising it. And we saw flaming batons at halftime.
Yeah, a lot of fire up here in Oxford Hills. If you like fire, this is the place to come.
In fact, we stopped at a smokehouse on the way over.
Yeah, no, smoke and fire. Well, where there's smoke, where there's fire, and we found it.
Well, that is one exciting game for the Portland Bulldogs. That is the ball game. So, John, a very exciting 17-14 win for the Bulldogs tonight. Zach Elowich, 34 carries, 170 yards. Sam Nope, 2 rushing touchdowns. Vumpa with that all-important field goal. Trefethan with about 58 yards rushing. An all-round great effort by the Bulldogs.
Yeah, no, they did a great job, and Elowich was their go-to guy tonight, and really carried the offense. Others stepped up, but great game. We knew it was going to be an exciting game. We knew it was going to be a close game, and it didn't disappoint.
That's right. Carson, Colt Carson, the great quarterback for the Vikings, was 4 for 18 for 68 yards, and he rushed for only about 24 yards tonight. LaFrance had 46 yards. They contained that quarterback, and then listen to this: 62 offensive plays for the Bulldogs, 25 for the Vikings. The Bulldogs controlled possession of the ball tonight.
Yeah, the score really doesn't tell you the whole story up here. The penalties killed the Bulldogs. They kept letting the Vikings get back into the game. If they could control that, then they'll do well down the road, but they've got to control the penalties. And it hurt them last week. Yeah, they beat Bangor 49-0, but the only yards that Bangor got was with the penalties. So the game looks tight, but Portland really shut down that Viking offense all night long. Gave up 2 big plays, that's it, but kept them shut down.
Folks, a very, very impressive win tonight for the Portland Bulldogs. It's on to the Battle of the Bridge in South Portland, and we'll bring that to you next week on WPPS TV3. This is Steve Schwartz for John Kilbride, Luke Hill, and Dave Levine saying so long from Oxford Hills High School, where the Portland Bulldogs have defeated the Vikings 17-14. They take over first place.